In Mexico's ultra-secure prison, the man pacing around is no ordinary person, but the world's most dangerous and infamous drug smuggler, El Chapo. His cell is equipped with special CCTV cameras that monitor him 24/7. The cell has no windows or ventilation, only a corner shower area. Surprisingly, despite such tight security and constant surveillance, El Chapo walks toward the shower area and vanishes. Half an hour later, when the guards become suspicious and check his cell, they find that the world's most notorious drug smuggler has escaped. How did he manage to escape, and where did he go? El Chapo, whose real name is Joaquin Guzman, was born in 1957 in a small Mexican town called La Tuna. Later, he started calling himself El Chapo. His drug trading habits came from his father, who was a small-time drug dealer. At a young age, his father kicked him out of the house. With no job or money, El Chapo had no choice but to start selling drugs. At just 15 years old, he began growing marijuana in secret locations. Slowly, his drug business grew so much that the biggest drug dealers in Mexico wanted him in their gangs. In the 1970s, he joined a gang called El Güero Palma, where he handled drug smuggling operations. He was very strict in his work. If a delivery was late or a mistake happened, he would kill the dealer. In the 1980s, he joined the gang of the famous drug lord Pedro Aviles Perez. This gang was the largest drug cartel in Mexico. El Chapo was given the responsibility of managing logistics and drug shipments, especially overseeing drugs coming from Colombia into Mexico. In 1989, the gang leader Pedro Aviles Perez was caught by authorities, and the gang fell apart. El Chapo took this opportunity to form his own gang, which he called the Sinaloa Cartel. At that time, most drugs entered the USA through two routes, one through the Caribbean and the other through Mexico's borders. American agencies focused on the Caribbean, capturing many drug dealers and gangs. El Chapo took advantage of this and started using secret routes to smuggle drugs into the USA. He focused on high-profit drugs like methamphetamine, heroin, ecstasy, cocaine, and marijuana. Smuggling drugs into the USA wasn't easy, so he used clever methods. In the beginning, he hid odorless drugs like cocaine in fire extinguishers, chili pepper cans, or car rims, making them undetectable even by drug-sniffing dogs. For other drugs, he used a method that made him famous: tunnels. He spent millions of dollars hiring experts to build underground tunnels with electricity and ventilation. These tunnels were used to smuggle drugs into the USA. In the 1990s, the FBI was shocked to find El Chapo's first tunnel. It was 300 feet long and had lights. The tunnel exited into a house, which was El Chapo's safe house. In emergencies, he could use these tunnels to escape. El Chapo's tunnels became famous. In 2010, another tunnel was found in Otay Mesa with similar features, including a small railway system to transport debris and drugs. More tunnels were discovered in 2012 and 2013, showing his mastery of tunnel construction. His cleverness earned him the title King of Tunnels. He hid the tunnel entrances under bathtubs or toilets, making them hard to find, even with advanced radar. He carefully chose Otay Mesa for his operations because it was close to major transport hubs like Tijuana and San Diego, making it easy to move drugs. The area was industrial, so the noise of factory machinery covered the sound of digging. The soft soil made digging easy, while the nearby mountains provided strength to the tunnels, preventing them from collapsing. On June 19, 1993, Mexican authorities finally caught El Chapo and sentenced him to 20 years in prison. But even in jail, he bribed staff to get special treatment and held meetings to keep his drug business running. In 2001, He feared being sent to the USA, where escaping would be difficult. So, he planned his first escape. He bribed the guards with $200,000 and escaped by hiding in a laundry basket. For the next 13 years, he avoided capture, continuing his drug operations. In 2014, Mexican authorities raided his home and found his exact location. He escaped through a secret tunnel under his bathroom, but was caught again. This time, he was sent to Altiplano Maximum Security Prison in Mexico, where he was under constant surveillance. However, on July 11, 2015, El Chapo escaped again. At 8:50 p.m., he was last seen walking towards the shower area in his cell. The shower area was the only spot not covered by cameras. Half an hour later, when guards checked his cell, he was gone. He had expanded the shower drain, which connected to a larger tunnel. This tunnel was 33 feet underground, 5 feet 7 inches wide, and stretched 1 kilometer to a nearby construction site. This time, his freedom didn't last long. On January 8, 2016, Mexican Marines raided his safe house in Los Mochis after a gunfight and captured him again. In 2017, he was extradited to the USA, where he now serves a life sentence in Colorado's Supermax prison. Even with all the security, the U.S. government remains cautious, fearing another possible escape.